sky was burning, the clouds red with twisted fire, lightning moving across them. And they descended upon everything, like a furious battle between God and Satan, good and evil, like a fire vortex.
What is up, y'all? How's everyone doing tonight? We got another night of Rocket League action, folks. This is the only Mazar here, and we got a really big matchup here between two of the semi-finalists in the SGL Cup. Now, folks, just to give you guys a quick recap, I will be going over the knockout bracket in a bit, and we will then dive straight into the match. Green Mario, welcome aboard. How you doing? Pipe Shot Gogan, I see you in the chat as well. Welcome aboard, my dude. And for those of you who are just coming in, welcome, welcome. We will be getting started very soon. So, folks, this is the losers round 3 matchup between the Rebellion and the Locals, both teams that have had very good cup campaigns so far. The Rebellion kind of springing a surprise against Timber's Army, and you'll see what I mean when I go into the knockout bracket. So as you can see right here, folks, this is what the bracket looks like so far. When I mentioned the Rebellion and Timber's Army, I mean, take a look at that matchup right there. The Rebellion beat Timber's Army in 4 games as the 5th seed against the 2nd seed and one of the potential favorites for the SGL Cup. Folks, even I was not expecting that. I was expecting Timber's Army to at least make it into the top 4. But what an achievement for the Rebellion in their first season and in their first competition. Well done to them right there. And they joined the other top 4 team in the Locals, who swept Steel Army convincingly as the 7th seed. So, folks, we have a losers round 3 matchup against 2 teams that were amongst the lower seeds that started in the lower bracket. And now they're going to be fighting off against each other for a place in the losers final. Folks, and that matchup will very likely happen next week, and we will find out their opponent once the winners final gets played out between KC Cauldron and Emerald City RC this week. So, folks, just to take a quick recap over this and just to reflect on some of the predictions some of us have made, and some of the predictions I made. I'm not surprised to see KC Cauldron and Emerald City go through to the winners final. Both of them are the strongest teams in SGL in my opinion, so I'm not surprised to see them be where they are. What did surprise me though is the Locals beating El Matador in 5. I expected a bit more from El Matador, but the Locals really stepped up and in an entertaining affair beat El Matador in 5. And then the Rebellion, convincingly saw off Emerald City Blue, despite Emerald City Blue getting a good start in that matchup as well. And then losers round 2. I think what surprised me there is the lower seeded teams proceeding into losers round 3 in such a dominant fashion. I think that's what really surprised me right there. Both of those sides, I expected them to be tested a bit more, but they showed up, they turned up, and they showed us why they should be taken seriously and why, in all honesty, SGL's having, in my opinion, a really good season. I mean, we have teams that are stepping up and, being a problem regardless of where they finish, either in the league table or in the group stage table. And that takes us to this upcoming matchup between the Rebellion and the Locals. Folks, this is going to be a good one. I don't know how to call this. This, in my opinion, is a very tough matchup to call. It can really go either way, folks. It really can go either way. Senor Brightside, welcome aboard, dude. I see we have another Meki Ducky chat fan entering the chat. Welcome aboard. We will be going into the match very shortly. I see that both sets of teams are in. 1 sec. I will get us into the lobby very shortly. So just a heads up, folks, I'm going to be running the stream. You know, refereeing this matchup and commentating all by myself. So if I tend to get quiet a little bit here and there, that's why. All right, let's dive right into the game, folks. We are going to kick off very soon between the Rebellion and the Locals. We're just waiting for both sets of teams to join in. Here they come. Polar and Shorts, Reed, Doughboy, and the rest are in. Meki Ducky, and I believe the third one's Triple C. Here we go, folks, as the clock ticks down to kickoff between the Rebellion and the Locals. Raid going in, trying to go for a dunk right there. A fast start, but good defending from the Rebellion so far. Now the ball's just hanging in the midfield. We'll see if someone can take a chance right there. Triple C going for a shot on goal, gets it off the crossbar. Good start for both sides. Bowler now coming in for a challenge, not giving the Locals time to breathe and build up. And this is good so far from the Rebellion. This is pretty much how they've been playing throughout this cup tournament, especially in the knockout stage. They just come up and they don't give you a chance to breathe. So you have to be on your toes and you know, make sure you have control from the first second. Once again, Polar coming in with a quick challenge and making sure that Locals stay pinned back into their goal. Now they finally get a chance to come up, but Triple C coming in and making sure they stay back. Shorts towards the goal. Meki Ducky with a comfortable save out to the opposite flank. Gets the ball out to the midfield to Reed, who beats one. Now he hits the open net and he gets it in. Amazing start right there from the Locals. Well done to them. That's exactly what they needed right there. After feeling the pressure and the heat, they come out and they get the first goal. And that, in my opinion, is huge, folks. Really good start by the Locals right here. And we'll see how the Rebellion responds. Meki Ducky, though, going in. Solo effort off the near post. Oh, that would have been a sick goal if that went in. The Rebellion have a chance to come back now. Triple C going towards the net. Meki Ducky is back there and now clearing it out to the opposite end. Gets a lot of time to set up. Tries to beat both Shorts and Polar, but Shorts gets it out to the midfield. Shorts now touching it into the middle. No one there. Now he has to follow it up and see if he can make something out of this. Ball's floated up into the middle. Doughboy clears it out. Raid kind of causing a problem, but so far so good still for the Locals. Ooh, that looked dangerous right there. Still not over yet. Still a lot of pressure. This ball's in front of the net, and Shorts cannot direct it in. Oh, man, that looked like panic stations there for the Locals, but they get away with it. Not over yet, though. No one deals with this ball for the Locals, and Triple C gets the equalizer. Good pass right there from Polar, and Triple C responds in kind. And it just looked like no one expected that to go in towards the net. Doughboy was caught off guard, and Raid was not anywhere near the ball. A goal out of nothing, in my opinion, for the Rebellion, but good for them nonetheless. Now they're back in it. Meki Ducky trying to go for a bump, and Doughboy comes in on the near post, gets the goal. Quick response from the Locals right there. They said, all right, you scored, that's fine. We're going to come back, and we're going to get that quick fire goal. Polar just missing the ball right there. Probably worried about getting dunked by Meki Ducky, and Doughboy came in, sniffed that ball, saw it, put it into the near post. Good job by him. 2-1 to the Locals. Not over yet, folks. Locals are coming back in for a third, potentially. A little bit of a messy situation for Raid, but Shorts is able to bring it out. Now Polar lets it go. Ball's hanging in the middle. Triple C tries to make something out of it. Still in the near side. And now Meki Ducky clears it out. Shorts brings it back towards Raid. Raid trying to beat Polar, but just bumps him out of the way right there. Still a good amount of pressure coming in from the Locals. Shorts with an awkward touch. Doughboy pinches it into the middle. And the Locals have control of this match right now, folks. Good job by Raid here. Keeping tight, close control of the ball. Pass to Meki Ducky, who takes the shot. Polar with a comfortable save. And Raid recycles. Doughboy's now going up for it as he should. Well done. And And now the ball's left alone for Reed to see if he can do something with that. Shorts clears it out. Ducky gets bumped by Doughboy, but he still has control. Now he's going for a solo chance. Dribbling, trying to go for a dunk. Polar with a good clearance, and now it's Reed's turn to keep that pressure going. Awkward bump. Uh-oh, that's dangerous. And Reed punishes the Rebellion. I mean, that's... what else can you say? Shorts and Triple C had an awkward moment at the backboard. Triple C got bumped out, and that spelled trouble for the Rebellion. Open net for Reed to direct it in. 3-1 to the locals with less than 2 minutes to go. It's a good start for them in this matchup so far. Reed going in off of the corner, and he doesn't have the boost to put it into the net. Oh, how unfortunate. And he did such good work too to beat the Rebellion defense right there. Just had, I think, 10 more boosts, he would have put it in. Meki Ducky also trying his luck right there. Cannot get that shot on target. But the locals are at the top right now, and they are making sure that this Rebellion team doesn't get a chance to score. But Polar's getting back into it off the crossbar. That demo is critical, though, for the locals as they can get back in. See if they can get a fourth goal right here, seal the deal. Less than a minute to go, folks. The Rebellion need a goal right now, because this locals team looks really comfortable defensively at this moment. Polar can't get a touch right there. Now Shorts needs to make something out of this. He does have the boost to be able to build this attack up. Misses the ball. That's not good. Polar diving in with 0 boost. Reed trying to go for a redirect. Cannot get that shot on target, but there's more time going down. More time being wasted. And the Rebellion need to rush this now. They have no time to slow it down and build it up. Less than 30 seconds to go. This clock is ticking down, and it's not in favor of the Rebellion right now. Shorts at least gets it to the other end. Now, this is Triple C's ball. He should take ownership of this right there. See if he can do something with that. Lets it go. Cannot get anywhere near the ball. They need the goal right now. Good clearance there from Doughboy. A little awkward. Triple C moves it further away than he wanted to right there. And with that, game 1 goes to the locals. The Rebellion cannot make their good start count, and this is exactly what the locals needed in this matchup. Well done to them. And as you can see right here, the locals with Meki Ducky and Reed leading the attack got 12 shots on goal. Relentless pressure from them throughout the match. The Rebellion did have a good start, but they didn't get enough good looks on goal. They didn't get enough shots anywhere near the goal. And as a result, they conceded this game. Like, the more chances you make, eventually you're going to score, right? So the locals did that, and well done to them. Now, both teams do have a sub available, folks, as you've seen. The Rebellion have Pipe Shot Gogan, and the locals have Dr. Aquatic. Given how that game 1 went, I doubt either team want to make a sub at this point. But we'll see. This is still a long match. Still a long way to go. Shorts and Meki getting ready for kickoff as game 2 kicks off in Forbidden Temple in this losers round 3 matchup. As a reminder, folks, this is a best of 5, and this is going to be the final best of 5 matchup in the knockout stage. After this, we will be having best of 7s from here on in. Bowler now from the right side, going towards the net right there. Can he get a redirect? No, he cannot get it on target. Oh my goodness, what a huge save that was from Meki Ducky. As it looked like Triple C had that in the net, and Meki Ducky makes that save count with a quick fire long shot and goal off of the ceiling of the goal too. What a play right there. And what a start for the locals. They keep that good run going. They make their momentum count. And they keep it going from game 1, folks, getting another goal in. But that good attack from the Rebellion should make them worry and should make them respect, should make the opposition respect them a lot more now. We'll see if that counts for anything, as the Rebellion are pinned back so far. Meki Ducky going in towards the net. It gets the second just like that. They're really making their chances count right now, the locals. The Rebellion are a little bit all over the place. Triple C didn't have the boost, was rushing towards that, couldn't make it. Same with Shorts. Meki Ducky, though, made a shot count right there. 2-0 to the locals, and we didn't even have a minute played out into this game so far. Good kickoff there for the Rebellion. Shorts gets a demo. Can he get a good pass out here? Right to the middle to Triple C, who does not get enough power to beat Raid right there. And Raid comfortably brings it out in towards the middle. Zero boost, lets it go to Meki Ducky, who tries to take a shot. Shorts clears it out. Now Shorts lofts it over to the opposite end. Doughboy with a soft touch. Raid gets the touch. Triple C and Shorts mixed up right there. Triple C once again missing the ball. And Shorts is able to bring it out. Raid needs to come back. He doesn't have much boost, if any, at this moment. Triple C lofts into the middle. He tries to follow up his own pass right there, but he cannot make it. Shorts now beats Doughboy, but that ball is going towards the opposite flank, and Raid is now going to be able to bring this out. Yes, he can. Polar's in a bit of a predicament right now. He needs to make Raid get unsettled. Doesn't really do much right there, but at least he rushes Raid. Good dunk from Shorts now. Demos Raid in the process. This ball is wide. This is going in front of the net. No one is able to get to it, though. Polar did not have enough boost to make it right there, and that ball was over the crossbar, too, so it wasn't really worth going for. And the locals kind of get away with it right there. That was a really good opportunity for the Rebellion, as Meki Ducky tried to get another goal right there off of a dunk. Doesn't really get much out of that, but he keeps up the pressure. Now Shorts off to Raid. Raid passes it to Meki Ducky, who evades the demo attempt from Shorts. Moore's looking a little awkward, has to touch it off into the corner, and Raid is right there to follow up. Triple C brings it out to the midfield. Shorts is there, going for the dunk, wins the dunk. This ball's going towards the net. Not on target, though. Now Polar plays it into the middle to Meki Ducky, who has no one to pressure him at the moment. Doughboy with zero boost gets it out towards Shorts. He tries to play it to Triple C, who cannot make it right there. Let's see what Polar can do right now. Unfortunately, we won't see a thing because he got demoed. Good job by the locals, sensing that threat right there. Now Triple C looks awkward. Polar coming up off the backboard. Can anyone from the Rebellion follow this up? Not at the moment, but an awkward moment from the locals right there means that Shorts can punish them and get a goal back for the Rebellion with 2 minutes left. Oh, it looks like there was a mix-up between Doughboy and Meki Ducky. Both of them wanted to go for the ball, and Meki Ducky got caught off guard. Doughboy didn't get a solid enough touch, and Shorts was able to put it into the net. Can that mistake catalyze the Rebellion? Can that give them hope and have them come back into this game? We'll see right now, folks. This is it. Final 2 minutes in this game, too. This is where, you can create a turning point. This is where you can make your chances count. This is where your mistakes will get punished if you're not careful. Triple C now, trying to create something out of this. Trying to go for a dunk. Raid gets it out to Shorts. Now Polar needs to sustain this attack. Plays it to Raid, though. Raid, who's looking a little awkward, but he should be fine with boost. Unfortunately for him, he gets demoed. Pass out to Meki. Big save by Shorts. That is huge, folks. With less than 2 minutes to go, you want to make those saves count. And Shorts definitely did that as Polar tries to get it out with no boost. Triple C has boost, though. Let's see if he can make it count. But Meki Ducky with a key touch to waste time. Shorts wastes a lot of his boost right there. Doesn't really get a key touch to get that out. Raid looking a little awkward at the moment too, but Meki Ducky gets the boost and bails him out. Doughboy sustaining the pressure off of the flank. Triple C missing his touch. Gets the second touch though. But that ball is still in front of the net. Meki Ducky with a shot attempt. Shorts clears it out. The Rebellion need to get out right now and fast. They cannot just sit back in front of their net. This clock is ticking down with about 30 seconds to go as of now. It looks like the Rebellion are getting boost starved right now by the locals. A lot of time wasting at the moment. Polar towards the net. Doughboy gets the save. Now Triple C looking a little awkward. Directs it towards Polar. Polar to the opposite side. He's going to follow this ball on his own. With less than 10 seconds to go. Can he make this count? He cannot get the shot on target. Triple C cannot get to the ball. Raid, though, gets bumped. Short towards the net. Equalizer in the last second. What a huge moment right there from the Rebellion. A little flip effort from Raid means he misses the ball. Shorts, though, was right there ready to go. Gets the equalizer. Folks, we might be going into overtime unless this ball stays in the air. No, it doesn't. We are definitely going into overtime in game 2, and it has been a very close game so far. Reed gives it out to Polar. Looks like this is a planned kickoff. Polar now going towards the net. Oh my goodness, what happened right there? Mecky Ducky was not ready for it. And Polar gets the game winner. It looked like Mecky Ducky was expecting Polar to stay close to the ball and force it forward a lot more, but Polar kind of, played some mind games right there and threw him off his game, and Mecky Ducky was not ready for that. The ball bounced into the net. What a huge win for the Rebellion. And folks, we are now tied in this matchup 1-1. Wow, what a close game that was. It was a completely different matchup. You could see the aggression come from the Rebellion. And, despite the good pressure from the locals, the Rebellion kept their confidence, they kept their belief, and they made their chances count. It's been a good game so far. I do wonder if the locals are going to make a sub right here. We'll see about that. I think the Rebellion, though, are fine. Because Dr. Aquatic had a good matchup the last time the locals played, so we'll see if he comes in. At the moment, it does not look like there are any subs. Same 3 as we kick off game 3 in DF8 Stadium. Raid and Shorts with the kickoff. Doughboy trying to see if he can get that pitch into the net. He cannot make it though. Raid now follows up. Mecky Ducky's there to make sure that he throws off the Rebellion defense and the pressure keeps going. Doughboy with enough boost, see if he can get that dunk. He cannot make it though. Mecky Ducky now tries to go for a bump or demo. Doesn't make either. Triple C trying to get towards that ball. Raid gets the first touch. Now Polar wins that challenge. Shorts with a heavy touch, but he can get that challenge on Mecky Ducky, and he does get the 5th. But Mecky Ducky plays it down to the midfield. Raid follows it up with not much boost. Still gets enough of that ball. Doughboy gets beaten by Polar. Can Polar make something out of this? Oh my goodness, what a play from Polar! What a goal! Folks, clip that. Clip that. What a shot. What a goal. From his own end of the field, Polar brings it out to the opposite end, beating 1 and beating 2 with a redirect off the backboard. What a goal from Polar, and it feels like we were waiting for Polar to pop off this season, and he finally does it right there. Wow. We'll see how the locals respond right here. Mecky Ducky centers it in from the ceiling. Reed, though, lets it go. I don't think he was expecting the pass to come in that quickly to him. A little awkward right there as he's under the ball. Let's see if the Rebellion can sustain the pressure. Shorts towards Doughboy. Triple C has no boost. Needs to go back. Polar, though, lofts it up in towards the middle. Reed with enough boost to get this out into the corner. And now Mecky Ducky can dribble this out. Passes into the midfield. No one from the locals to follow it up, though. And Shorts locks it towards the net. Reed, though, gets a big save. Mecky Ducky beats 1, but Polar's there to bring the ball back towards the locals' goal. Doughboy gets 1 touch out on it. Cannot get the second. Polar with a second touch towards Mecky Ducky, who dribbles it out. Do you see a solo play here from Ducky, or is he going to go for a pass? He does neither. He tried to keep that dribble going, but he lost the challenge. Doughboy looking awkward. At least he gets the boost, though. Triple C now needs to go back. He cannot do much. Shorts trying to go for a bump again with 0 boost. Cannot do much. Now it's Polar versus Ducky. Polar beaten by Ducky, but Shorts is right there to help him out and get this ball out of their goal. Triple C looked like he wanted to play a pass to Shorts, but then decided to follow it up. An awkward moment right there between both of those players, but they get away with it. Uh-oh. Doughboy misses. Reed, though, tries to pinch it out of the backboard. Kind of gets away with it with 0 boost as well. Shorts with 0 boost wins that challenge. Polar trying to cause some disruption. Now they have control of the midfield. Mecky Ducky lofts it over both players towards the net. Triple C, though, clears it out from the backboard. Pass it to the middle from Doughboy, and Polar lofts it over to the other end. Mecky Ducky, though, set in place, and he now brings the ball up on his own from the corner. Gets that ball pitched off of him into the midfield, and now Doughboy. Let's see what he can do. He cannot do much. Shorts taking it towards the net. Reed clears it off the backboard. Right now, this is looking very cagey, very even for both sides. Some disruption right there from the locals for the first time. I think we're starting to see some more bumps and demos right there. Let's see if they can keep that up. But at the moment, it's a very even matchup. Oh my goodness, Specky Ducky getting that on target. What a save, though, on the goal line. A lot more action right there. I thought it was going to be cagier, but no, both teams are really going for it right now. Triple C pitches it off of Reed into the midfield once again. This has been a midfield battle for the most part, folks. As Polar brings it out, gets a second touch, does not really have control, but Mecky Ducky misses. Polar trying to make that count. Shorts towards Polar, but Polar has no control of his card to be able to do much right there. Triple C wins that challenge, keeps up the pressure. He's going to go for a bump, I'm guessing. No one's going to go for the challenge. Shorts, though, gets the ball first. Polar into the middle, but there's no one from the Rebellion to follow this up. Mecky Ducky now brings it out to the opposite side. Takes a shot towards the net. Shorts, though, should be able to deal with this. Still looked a little awkward, but he gets that ball out, which is what matters at the end of the day. And folks, we are in the final minute. We're going to be entering the final 30 seconds. It has been a real tight affair between both sides. Not necessarily cagey, but both sides have shown good defense at this moment. 1-0 though to the Rebellion, so it's on the locals to get that equalizer. They need to make this count. The Rebellion are now chasing back in towards their own net. Mecky Ducky, shot on goal, near post, big save right there. Pressure's not over though. Reed gets one touch over. Shorts clears it out. Doughboy though wins the dunk. Polar clears it out to the left. And both Mecky Ducky and Reed are going for the same boost. That's not good. But there's still time. The ball's still up in the air. Can they do something with that? No, they cannot. And the Rebellion get game 3. Woo! What an evenly contested game that was. Wow. I mean, you can see it right here. The Rebellion with 7 shots and 6 saves. The locals with 8 shots and 6 saves. Similar points distributions between both sides. Wow, what an even affair that was. And the Rebellion now have the momentum on their side as they lead this matchup. 2-1. What a huge game this has been for the Rebellion. And now the onus is on the locals to make sure they stay alive, that they can make it into the losers final. Folks, we are now going to be entering game 4, and this is going to be match point for the Rebellion. They win this, they make it into the losers final and into the top 3 in their very first season and very first tournament. And for the locals, they keep their meteoric rise going. But can the Rebellion halt them right here? Or will they come back yet again to make it into the losers final? As we now enter Utopia Coliseum, folks, both sides keep the same set of players. No substitutions on either end. Kind of a surprise. You guys tell me what you think about that. But here we go. Game 4, the penultimate game, potentially, between the Rebellion and the locals. Whiff right there. Second whiff right there as well. Shorts, though, gets it out. Mecky Ducky keeps that pressure going, but Shorts with a nice soft touch. No bump on him. And Doughboy gives Shorts enough time to clear this ball out. What if Triple C or Polar need to take charge? Triple C takes charge. Shot towards net. Mecky Ducky looking awkward. What a start for the Rebellion. Triple C with the first goal of Game 4. Raid had the right idea. He had a feeling that the ball was going to go low, but Triple C was still able to put it over him. And for some reason, Mecky Ducky looked awkward right there. I must have missed if there was a bump attempt on him, and that might have been the case. Good team play from the Rebellion, though, right there. And they get the first goal yet again. In 3 of their 4 games in this matchup, they've gotten the first goal. I mean, the locals are used to comebacks, by the way. They did that against El Matador earlier. They've done that in the past already. Oh my goodness, what a shot attempt there from Shorts. He cannot get that on target, though. Oh, that second goal would have been huge for the Rebellion. The locals can count themselves lucky. They're still in it, folks. Mecky Ducky towards the net. No, off target. Bump right there from Doughboy on Polar. Triple C clears it out. All of the Rebellion players low on boost. Polar, though, should have enough to be able to take charge right here. Raid gonna do what he can, the little boost to put some pressure going. Mecky Ducky takes the shot. Triple C's there to stop him from getting it in towards the net. Polar now going up, trying to beat Raid. He cannot get the touch. Raid gets the key touch. Mecky Ducky on his own, but he loses the ball. And now Triple C clears it out into the midfield. Gets that mid boost. Doughboy now needs to go back towards the net. Towards Polar. Polar, second goal. What a great pass that was from Triple C. Seeing Polar right there, and Raid was so close to getting that big save. But when you get that much power, it is very tough to keep the ball out unless you get a super solid touch. And unfortunately for Raid, he did not have that. Folks, there's still a lot of time to go. We've seen the locals come back from bigger deficits and worse situations. We'll see if they can do it right here. But what a start by the Rebellion so far. And once again, they grow into this matchup and get better. But hold up. Mecky Ducky punishes the Rebellion right there and gets a goal back in. Polar a bit too slow off the mark, and Mecky Ducky makes his touch count. Open, and he gets rewarded with an open net and an easy goal right there. This is it, folks. This is it. The locals are back in it. They might be able to set some optimism now. They might be able to set some hope. We'll see if they can make this goal back count. Mecky Ducky, though, needed to make that big save. Doughboy trying to get it towards the net. Shorts with a key touch. This ball's still not out, though. Doughboy gets the equalizer. And Shorts, you know, he tried to make sure that ball was not going towards the net, but Doughboy put enough on that first challenge to make sure that ball went towards that opposite backboard. And he is rewarded with another open net, and he gets the equalizer. Folks, the locals have come back already. Still quite a lot of Rocket League to go, but this could go either way. Let's see how it goes now. Pass towards Shorts. Shorts towards the net. Raid misses off the crossbar. Shorts with an open net, and the Rebellion are back in it already. We're not getting any time to breathe, folks. It's just goal after goal after goal. Wow. Jalen, thank you for the follow, man. Appreciate it. Speaking of follow, the Rebellion followed up that equalizer with a quick fire goal. I'm loving the passing play from them right now. They're making their attacks more crisp. They're getting some more cohesion going after a bit of mix-up in the first couple of games. They're looking way better. We'll see if the locals can make it count now. Shot going towards the net. Polar should have 100 boost. Ooh, he's trying to put it towards the net. Shorts is coming in from the back post, but the locals are able to clear it out. Polar with about 50 boost. Gets control. Doughboy with a bump. Mecky Ducky, though, lets go of the ball, and he gets demoed. Doughboy has to clear it out to the opposite end so that his team can get back into it. Not a good touch, though, from Triple C, and Reed takes the shot. Shorts with 0 boost, clears it out. Now it's Mecky Ducky's turn. Off the sidewall. Dribbling it towards the net. Polar with a huge save. Gets the ball out, but the Rebellion are still camped in front of their net. This is not good. At least that pass to Polar helps relieve some pressure. And now Shorts, let's see if he can make something out of this. Gets a 50, a huge pinch. That's not going in on target, though, but what a big pitch that was. Right now on target. Not enough power, though, to beat Polar, who clears it out. Beats Mecky Ducky with 1. Gets a soft touch. Doughboy, though, gets a key touch right there. And now it's Reed's turn. Can he make something out of this? Dribbles it towards the backboard. Triple C clears it out. Shorts towards the net. Doughboy misses this, but this ball is not on target. Mecky Ducky clears it out. So Triple C keeps that pressure going with 0 boost. Polar set. Polar beats 1. Polar tries to beat 2. Beats 2. Cannot beat Doughboy, though. Now it's Shorts. Keeps that pressure going. Triple C doesn't get a convincing touch. Ooh, we probably should have left that for Reed, but Mecky Ducky takes charge, and he moves it in towards the opposite end. Inched away to the opposite side. Reed has to let it go for Mecky Ducky. And we'll see what the locals can do right here. Not much, though. Polar towards the net, off the crossbar. Ooh, they almost got punished right there, but the crossbar helps them out once again. Now all the Rebellion is sitting back. Reed waiting for that moment to get that shot on target, but the ball doesn't go towards the middle. Reed dribbles it, passes it towards Mecky Ducky, who doesn't have enough boost to make that count. Now Doughboy clearing it off so that his teammates can get some boost to get back into it. Shorts dribbling it off in towards the net as the clock ticks down. The locals need to get this over to the opposite side. This is not looking good for them, folks. No one right there. And the Rebellion, in their very first tournament, in their very first season, make the losers final in the SGL Cup. And they finish in the top 3. GG's, folks. GG's. Man, that was close. That was incredibly close. Woo. I mean, that game 4 could have gone either way, but wow. The Rebellion held on, they defended well, and they made their chances count. Incredible match here, folks. Really entertaining. And once again, we see the Rebellion winning 3-1. At the end of the day, we saw several people from Emerald City RC supporting their West Coast counterparts in the locals. Unfortunately for the locals, though, they're out, but they should not go out disappointed. A top 4 finish is still a good finish for them, you know, in a season where they've been getting better and better. They've not only finished, I'm trying to remember where they finished in the league. Let me just check that to be sure. But, you know, they not only finished top 4 in the cup, in the league, they finished in, just make sure I got this right, the top 4 as well. Yeah, okay, I had to make sure. So top 4 finishes in both the league and the cup. I take that as a good season for the locals. So well done to them. GG's all around. All right, folks, just give me a sec. We'll see if we have any interviews lined up for either or both sides. And this will be our only matchup for the night. The next matchup will be KC Cauldron versus Emerald City RC, the winners final. That matchup is not set yet, formally. I think it is. It might be, but it's very likely to be on Thursday, tomorrow anyways. So, you know, we'll see you guys then. Let me just make sure that if the Rebellion have anyone ready for an interview, and then we'll get one of them in. Wow, what a match, though. I mean, I honestly thought the locals, they were on the up, you know, and they had momentum on the side when they equalized and took the lead. But wow, this Rebellion team is incredibly tough. And their pressure is incredible. The way they relentlessly keep challenging the ball and not give you any time to set, you have to be on your toes. You have to play fast against them. Just bear with me, folks. I'm just setting up an interview with the Rebellion at this moment. Once I get that ready to go, we will get that started. All right, folks, we are now ready to go, and we are going to be joined in the commentary booth by Triple C. Triple C, welcome aboard, man. How you doing?
What's going on, man? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I'm doing good.
Dude, tell me how you guys are feeling right now. In your very first season, in your very first tournament, you guys are now in the top 3, into the losers
we're
final.
Pumped, man. We're so excited right now. You don't even understand.
Like, I've never seen a team come in like this in the first season and do so much. You know, not since Emerald City RC in Season 5. They came in and they made waves, winning the SGL Cup in Season 5. So, for you guys to come in and potentially match that, you know, despite coming in the middle of the season, like, what do you attribute that to for your team?
Honestly, every single game, there's at least one of us stepping up. So, for those that watched our last game a couple of days ago, you know, I stepped up, played really well, you know, and that's very rare for our team. Usually it's Polar and it's Short stepping up for our team for sure. But like today, it was a very balanced game. So I was able to get MVP in that last game. Shorts and Polar got MVP the first like 3 games. So, we're very balanced. At least one person's always stepping up to the plate when some of the other guys, likely myself, are usually, kind of dragging a little bit.
Indeed, and I think that is very important to highlight because it did kind of look like there was a bit of disjointedness in the first couple of games, or at least the first game and a half. Was that because of a lack of warm-up, or was that just nerves playing a part? What was going on there?
No, usually it's nerves for us. Usually that's the answer to that question, but this was more lack of warm-ups. Usually before every game, we play together for like an hour, hour and a half before we start, going to the league. But today we mainly played like maybe 2. So today we didn't really warm up. So that first game was more of a warm up, which we were running into each other. We even talked about it after the game. The rotates were terrible. We were slow. There was no pressure. So obviously we really turned it around. At least we think after that first game for sure.
Indeed, and turnaround. Oh my goodness! I mean, speaking of turnarounds, I want to highlight Polar's goal, dude. That solo effort from his own half into the net. I was like thinking at that moment, also telling the chat. On commentary, I think we finally seen Polar pop off. Do you feel the same way?
Polar was going nuts right there. He went off. That goal, all 3 of us, all 4 of us, Gogan was in the chat too. All 4 of us were just like going nuts after he scored that goal. It was crazy.
Oh, I could definitely see that. And seeing how you guys are growing into the season so far, how everyone's playing a part, I'm just wondering, like, did you guys ever think you guys could gel together that quickly with how, many games you played together up to now?
Honestly, at first we thought we were playing pretty well together. That first week that we started playing, because before this entire thing, Shorts played with Ian a lot, Shorts played with me a lot, but we never played as a group of 3. So this is our first time playing 3s together. So yeah, I feel like it came along pretty quick. Without a doubt. But I will say a lot of it does attribute to watching VODs and doing our homework too. We don't know anybody in the league. We don't know who the guys are, who the main players are in each team. So, we've been watching a lot of VODs. We've been trying to watch games as they're playing along to make sure we know how people play, what they do, and that's helped a ton. That's helped us a lot to figure out how we're going to play against a certain team.
Oh, indeed, and it's a good thing to mention that because you guys face a variety of opponents in this knockout stage so far, starting with Emerald City Blue, then Timber's Army, and then the locals. And in each of those matchups, you won 3-1, by the way. How do you make sure to lock it down in that Game 4 and prevent it from going into that deciding Game 5?
It's easy to make the vibes negative, but we keep them positive, and that's the main key. After a goal is scored, we're talking each other up. We're saying we got this. We're talking about how we can improve in that play, what happened. So there's never like a negative comment to one another, and I think that's so important because whenever you start speaking negative, like, oh, you should have got that, or how did you miss that, or anything along those lines, it's usually mentality's gone, game over, and you already shot yourself in the foot and you lost.
And it's that mental fortitude that really impresses me about you guys. At the end of it all, something I'm curious about though. How do you guys develop that positivity with each other? Do you think getting to meet each other in real life quite often helps with that? Or is there something else you guys do to keep that positivity and good vibes going?
Honestly, you got to joke around about it a little bit. We've been playing, we've been in the lower seed the entire tournament for the most part, right? So by design, and we get it. So playing on West Coast servers has definitely hurt us a little bit in regards to, ghosting happening and what have you. So when that happens, we joke about it. We try to laugh about it. We try to just, knock it off or get it out of our heads because if you dwell about it, then it's just not good. So that's kind of our main focus. And yeah, of course, talking to each other in the lot and hanging out at games, of course, helps. Absolutely. But, really playing in the game, practicing a lot, and just knowing what people can and can't do as a group, keeps us positive.
Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. And it's good to keep those vibes going. So I hope you guys keep that going into the losers final as well as you face one of KC Cauldron or Emerald City RC. Who would you prefer out of those 2 teams?
Honestly, like I said, we don't know the teams extremely well, so we have to face either one of them at one point in time, right? To win the whole thing, we got to face them both. So I don't care which one we face first. I'll tell you this though, we'll be ready.
Sounds good, dude. Sounds good. All right. Do you have any last words you want to say as we end this interview?
No, I mean, I guess I'll say one comment, and a lot of people doubt us in that chat, but we're here to stay, we're here to play, so be ready.
Sounds good, dude. And I'm glad to hear this, positive energy come from you guys. It's honestly really good to hear. Thank you so much, man, for the interview. Appreciate it. Congratulations on entering the losers final and finishing in the top 3. Good luck for the rest of the tournament, and I'll catch you next time.
Thank you so much, Maz. Appreciate it.
There you have it, folks. That was Triple C of the Rebellion. Folks, we do have another interview lined up. I just need to make sure that gets set up, and that's ready to go. We will have someone from the locals coming in for that interview. Whilst that's happening, I do want to highlight the mentality. The mental side of the game is very, very important in Rocket League. It's very hard to bounce back when you're conceding a goal and, losing out on your lead. But it's good to hear that this Rebellion team keeps that positivity and good vibes going. I mean, that's really the only way you can go far. As far as, the Rebellion having this, cup tournament. Got to keep that positivity going. Even if you lose a game, if you make a mistake, if you concede, got to keep it going. You cannot, let those heads drop. So it's good to hear that he keeps that he and his team keep that positivity going for sure. Folks, we are going to be joined very shortly by one of the locals players. Just give me 1 sec. Let me just make sure everything else is set up. Do apologize for taking a bit more time here, but I am running the stream by myself. So just bear with me for a sec because we are almost ready to go. All right, we should now be good to go. And folks, welcome in to the commentary booth. K-Doughboy, KJ, welcome aboard. Dude, 2 top 4 finishes. First in the league and now in the cup. What do you think?
Overall, I'm very happy with it. Disappointed tonight. It's a good series tonight. They're a good team. They matched up really even with us, but very happy with how we ended up finishing.
Absolutely. I mean, there's nothing to be disappointed with right here. I think this is your first time playing against top-level opposition, in SGL, after spending a couple of seasons in the second division of the league and also the second division cup tournaments. So, this is still a meritorious occasion for you guys. You have no reason to be disappointed at all.
Sorry about that. We certainly weren't going up against this kind of competition in previous seasons. So, again, very happy with the overall results.
Indeed. And you know what? I mean, this is the thing with SGL. It's just going to get tougher and better, and it will make you guys better too.
For sure.
So one thing I was curious about, typically you do tend to rotate a little bit. You tend to give Aquatic 1 game. This time, despite, you guys falling behind, you still kept with your 3. What were your thoughts behind that?
We kind of kept with it. The Aquatic was also pushing us to just stay with the same lineup. The games were all close. At least I think they were. Yeah, they were all very. I mean, the 3 games we lost, I'm looking at it right now. 3 games we lost were all by 1 goal. So there wasn't anything glaring. He was giving us some good outside observations between games. So we thought we could bring it back, but credit to Rebellion. After the first game where we won, they adjusted their playstyle. That's the way you have to play us, and they played it perfectly.
Indeed. I mean, it was just incredible seeing them just crank up the pressure in game 2 and challenge you guys so quickly. With that said, you guys still beat them on several occasions, and you did have chances. But there were certain moments where I was noticing like a bit of a mix-up between you guys. Moments where you just weren't getting to the ball. If you don't mind me asking, what would you attribute that to, if anything?
We did have a few comm breakdowns here and there. I think a guy like Mackie, who's such a damn good player, is used to other players kind of just reading more. Like he and I had a little mix up in the corner where it looked like he was going for it, so I pulled off, and then he went for the bump, so I didn't take the ball. Little things like that, and those things happen. we just had a few mix-ups, but nothing too crazy. I think just again, I give all this credit to Rebellion because they played a really good defensive game against us.
Absolutely, credit to them and credit to you guys as well. So with that said, I do want to know your thoughts on how the season went overall from your team's perspective, especially given that you didn't have I guess for the most part, any particular soccer team to go out and support. So what did the season feel like in that regard for you all?
At least the Rocket League group, we didn't dwell on that too much. Obviously, it's very transitional for the group as a whole. A lot of things are happening with the season before SDFC gets started. They're doing a lot of engagements and such, and locals are tooling up to support that. But from our point of view, we were kind of playing more for the locals than we were necessarily for SDFC. We every week when we have a game, we post it to the Discord, and there's a number of people who definitely go watch them because they'll comment afterwards.
Wow, that's really good to hear, and I'm glad you guys still have that togetherness going. And I hope this SGL season has helped with that too in some form. Because it just sucks that you guys don't have any local soccer team to support, except for the Wave. The Wave is there at least. You guys are going out for that. I think Dr. Aquatic said he'd go out as well. I'm not sure if he's in the chat to comment on that, but how much has the Wave helped to fill in that void? That
definitely has helped. I haven't been able to go to any Wave games this year, not for lack of wanting, just for other things.
Yep.
I don't know if Aquatic himself made it to any, but the first time I got introduced to Ducky, even though he was in our 109, that's our section for locals,
right?
For loyal. He was apparently in the section all the time, only none of us knew that there was this GC with us until we met him at another event, and then Aquatic introduced me to him at a Wave game. So it's nice. Even last year, or their first year, the year before, a lot of locals members also go to Wave games. They're very excited about it.
That's really good to hear, and I'm really glad to hear that as well, that there's some flavor of local soccer alive, and a community-oriented team as the Wave as well. And I do kind of follow the NWSL, and I do respect the way the Wave is built up. I mean, they have a Canadian keeper in Kaylin Sheridan, and they have Casey Stoney as well, who I admire as a head coach. So, it's good to see them go as they are. With that said, with San Diego FC making their moves and, getting linked to some high-profile names, is there some buzz that's being generated?
Everybody's kind of playing it cool right now with that. A couple of the names that have been bandied around, I think people are more rolling their eyes at rumors than actually believing they're true at this point. But, we'll see.
Fair enough. I mean, we definitely will see how that goes. Some unbelievable names, by the way. If you don't know, just check out Tom Bogart's Twitter account. If you guys don't have Twitter, Sergio Ramos is getting linked to San Diego FC. That's all I'll say. With that said, I mean, we discussed quite a bit about non-SGL and non-Rocket League stuff, but one question, getting us back on track now for a bit. You guys have been on the up, and you brought Meki Duck in, who has been a terrific addition. How do you guys plan to improve from here for next season?
That's a good question. We were just, we're talking briefly about it, and one thing is we don't know how long it's going to be till we get the next season, but one, I'm hoping we can just recruit some more players, maybe get some of the other players back into the fold, maybe have a chance to have a multiple team set up. That's always the dream at the very least. And with the move to MLS and the higher profile, maybe there will be a bigger base to pull from as we get closer to that club becoming a reality.
Absolutely. Now, I will say this, despite there being a break between the seasons, we will make sure that there will be some matchups going on, some show matches, some events as well, so you guys will feel like there's nothing happening. We'll make sure that there's stuff happening in the off season for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. We already mentioned it. I think Aquatic was the first one to say, he's like, ECRC is going to want to scrim us at some point. And yeah, they probably will. So yeah, Smashly, get it out of the way. Just tell us when you want to play.
Sure hope he's in the chat listening. And with that said, do you have anything else you want to shout out to the chat, to the stream, to the locals?
Shout out to any of the locals that are watching. Thank you all for supporting us during this season. Thank you and the rest of the SGL leadership for putting this on. It's been a really great experience so far, these few seasons we've been in, and hopefully it'll continue to grow.
Absolutely. We cannot wait for that. And thank you very much for your time here, Doughboy. Appreciate you wanting to get interviewed right here. Congratulations once again on the top 4. Really good season for the locals, and we can't wait to see what they have in store for us in the future.
Awesome. Thank you, Maz.
Have a good night, man. And there you have it, folks. The final best of 5 game. The losers round 3 matchup between the Rebellion and the locals finishes 3-1 to the Rebellion. And we do have an update to the bracket, which we'll be going into and checking very shortly, as well as a couple of key reminders. So real quick right now, folks, with the conclusion of this match, the rest of the matches from here on in will be best of 7. KC Cauldron versus Emerald City RC will be a best of 7. The loser of that matchup versus the Rebellion will also be a best of 7. And the grand final itself will also be a best of 7. So folks, on the next edition of SGL, we will be streaming KC Cauldron versus Emerald City RC tomorrow. And that matchup should be on at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. Make sure to be there to catch that amazing matchup. And we will be streaming it all. And we will make sure to give you guys, something to look forward to. Get you guys the chance to catch the action. And also have more than one commentator too. So I'm not going to be the only one rambling on my own. But anyways, that does it for us here in SGL, folks. Congratulations to the locals on finishing top 4 in this SGL Cup, just as they did in the league. Congratulations on the Rebellion for making it into the top 3, and we'll see where they go. And catch us tomorrow for KC Cauldron versus Emerald City RC, the winners final. Have a good night, and I'll see you all tomorrow, folks. Peace.